Hey guys, welcome back to Mandy's Music Monday. It's me, Mandy, and it's Wednesday. And number one, this is The End of Innocence by Don Henley, and I never knew that this song was like him and Bruce Hornsby, but apparently it is according to this thingy with the trivia on there. And I'm going to assume that Bruce Hornsby does the dun 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 dun. Yeah, it totally sounds like Bruce Hornsby now that I know it. So yeah, okay. Let me get adjusted here. All right. So, sorry that my Music Mondays aren't on Monday anymore, but I guess it really doesn't matter as long as it's up because some of y'all probably don't even watch it on Monday. You guys probably do watch it on like Wednesday or Tuesday. And why does my hair look so crooked? So, yesterday was Tuesday and it was Ryan Star Day in Nashville, and it was, oh crap. They changed like the lineup because after I bought my tickets, like a couple days after I bought my tickets, I got an email saying like if I wanted to get a refund or something on them, and I didn't understand what it meant. And I was like, oh my God, they totally canceled. And I was like gonna get really upset. And then when I read the email, I guess they had added another opening act, and like it made it start earlier, I guess is what happened. But there was a girl, and I cannot remember her name, but when I find her name, I'll put it right here. And she was really good, and she just did like a little acoustic set. And then after her was Action Item, and they were so good. Like they were really good, and I knew from their sound check that they were going to be good because they had like the keyboards and stuff, and I'm like, oh, they got a keyboard, they're going to be like totally awesome 80s like cool stuff, and they really really were. And the thing that totally sucked was I meant to buy a CD and I totally forgot to, and I will explain that to you later why I didn't get to buy the CD. And okay, and Andy Grammer was like the headliner, but like I had no idea who he was. And then, and so then, like me and I went with my friend Karina, which I did her makeup and her hair, and she loved it, and I was so happy. Um, and let me see, I'll put a picture of us up here. So, well, I knew I should have wrote this shit down that I would be forgetting, like the order of the story that I needed to tell it to you in. We left really early, and Nashville is an hour behind from Kentucky, and we were like on the way there, and Karina's like, oh, she's like, Nashville's an hour behind anyway, right? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I always forget that, which I do always forget. So we were thinking we were making like awesome timing because I wanted to get there a little bit early because it was general admission. And when I looked up the venue on their Facebook page, like it was just tables and stuff. So I'm like, okay, we need to get there early so we can get a table close to the front. And they had like a place where you could stand, but I think that was like VIP. And I had no idea they were selling VIP tickets. Otherwise, I would have bought that. Um, so we thought we were making awesome timing. So we get to like Nashville, and we're just like cruising along, like la 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 la. And then all of a sudden, it's like backed up traffic, and we're like, where the hell did all this traffic come from? And like it kind of scared me a little bit because it was getting dark, and we're neither of us go to Nashville that often. The only time I really go to Nashville is for concerts. So I have been there quite a few times, but it's not like I'm familiar with anything. Like every time I go to damn Nashville, I always get lost anyway. So it was getting dark, and the traffic was like totally insane, and we were both freaking out, and we had like MapQuest directions that I had printed off, and my phone has a GPS on it, but I totally suck at technology, so I've only like used it maybe once. And so we're like reading the directions, and the road is like veering off, and there's like so much backed up traffic that it's like we only had this one chance. We had to make a split decision, go left or right. And I think we went left. We were like going along, and we're like, okay, yeah, this is right. This is totally right. And then we're looking, okay, and we're like, our exit was 210C. And so we start looking, and we're like, why is this exit 215? And then we're like, the numbers are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So we totally fucked up and took the wrong way and got lost. And so I got on Twitter, and I had put something like, I said, we're on our way to see Ryan Starr, And I said, where did all this traffic come from? I'm scared. And so that was pretty much it. That was all I put on there. And we ended up having to stop and get directions. And then I finally figured out how to use my GPS. And she actually started talking like it's supposed to. And because I did have it on, and I'm like, why isn't this bitch talking to me? She's supposed to be telling me where to go. And so then after we stopped and got directions, and she got in the car, then it told us where to go. And I'm like, finally, you stupid piece of crap. And so while action item was on, like, I turned around and I looked at my phone and it was blinking, and it's loud, so like you can't even hear it vibrate, or like hear it ring or anything. And I clicked on it, and my friend Melissa, who is like a mega Goo Goo Dolls and Ryan Star fan too, which she's super cool. One day we will meet up at a concert. And she said something like, oh, my phone is right here, and I meant to even bring it up so I could read it to y'all. Okay, so I had tweeted that. And then Ryan Starr tweeted, he's like, my name is Mandy May00. If you guys want to follow me, you can totally follow me. I don't tweet very often, but I will tweet every once in a while. And it said at Mandy May00. He said, you make it okay. And I was like, holy crap. Like, I totally could have pissed in my seat right then and there. And so then after that, I see my friend Melissa. She's tweeted too. She's like, happy dance for you. She's like, Ryan wants to make sure you got there okay. And then I was like, holy crap, this is so awesome. And so then I looked, and I had like Facebook things too. So I went and I looked on Facebook, and she had like totally posted on Facebook too. She's like, Mandy, check your Twitter. I guess she wanted to make sure that I seen it, because I didn't see it until like quite a bit later. And I thought that was totally cool. And I was telling Karina, and Karina was like, oh my God, that's so awesome. Because Karina had never seen Ryan Star. But of course, I like informed her musically about him, and I like gave her CDs and stuff. So it was all good in the hood. So then Ryan Star comes out, and it was like totally epic and awesome. And like it was an acoustic show, and it was great. And so the first song he did was Brand New Day, which if y'all don't know, like Brand New Day was the theme music for the show Lie to Me. And I totally watched that show before I even knew who Ryan Star was, and I always liked that song. And then when I found out it was him, I'm like, so awesome. Musically, we were meant to be. And so then he sang Last Train Home, which I will put video, which is Bug's absolute favorite song. Bug likes Last Train Home and We Might Fall. And so I will put video up of Last Train Home. Yeah.
We were only kids, we ran like water. Your dad said stay away from my daughter. The sun was coming down when I said can't you just believe? And if you I'll be the light in the dark if you lose your way. And if you I'll be your voice when you don't know what to say. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your fate, I'll be forever waiting for me. I'll be the last train, I'll be the last train home. We were a storm, we was away.
In the top at the balcony, because we got there so late, and I mean, like, literally that's all that was left. So we ended up in the balcony, and like there was a rail in front of us, and I wanted to stand up, but when it came time to stand up, it made me nervous because we were so high up, and I had a couple of drinks, and it just like made me really nervous, and it made my head dizzy, so I never did it. And then let me tell you about these drinks. Okay, I wanted a Red Bull and vodka, and when she brought it to me, it was so freaking strong, like it made my toes curl in my shoes, and I was like, oh my god. But the drinks, drinks are expensive, so I drank it. I'm like, I'm not wasting my money. I've got to pay for it whether I drink it or not anyway. So then Ryan Starr was on, and the waitress came in. She like tapped me on my shoulder, and she's like pointing at my glass, and I'm like, yeah. And I thought she meant she was taking my cup or whatever. And I'm like, yeah. I'm done. And I was busy with Ryan Starr. She distracted me, and I'm like, yeah. And she brought me another one. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to drink this one too because I'm going to have to pay for it. But she actually didn't bring me a Red Bull and vodka. Like when I tasted it, and I'm like, what the hell is this? This isn't what I had before. And it was a amaretto sour was what she ended up bringing me. So I guess she forgot. And I mean, I don't care. Um, so I drank that too. And let me think. And then, okay, he finished his set and he went down to sign stuff, and I'm like, oh yay, which I told Karina, I'm like, he will sign stuff and he'll take pictures with you, and I'm like, it'll be totally awesome. And I bought this shirt, so let me show you my shirt really quick. Pretty awesome, right? Ryan Star shirt. And so I got my picture taken with him, and the last time I seen him in Nashville, which if you guys remember, he was the opening act for Goo Goo Dolls when I seen them in Nashville, and I actually like literally I wanted to cut my Goo Goo Dolls meet and greet short so I'd make sure that I wouldn't miss his set. That's how much I really wanted to see him, and that was the first time I had seen him. So my picture totally came out good, and like when I went up there to like get my picture taken with him, I had told him, I was like, I'm the one that you retweeted about making, like being scared of traffic and like making it Nashville or whatever. And he like patted my shoulder and he's like, oh, I'm so glad that you made it. And I was like so excited to like talk to him and get my picture taken with him that like I almost forgot my t-shirt. And so like I like made a move to leave, and he like tapped me and he's like, did you get a t-shirt? And I'm like, yeah, I was totally gonna leave without this t-shirt. So yeah. Yeah. And so the thing was like I was so wibbly from those drinks, and they were so strong. And since I have started like my diet and stuff, like I don't drink hardly anymore because it's like too expensive. Those calories for alcohol are not even worth it. So I was like, Karina, I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and I was in there. I did everything but like splash cold water in my face. And I didn't do that just because I didn't want my makeup to run. But I was like, I need to like sober up for the drive home because I'm such a lightweight now, which is like weird. I used to be able to like, trust me, I could drink. And so I was like, oh, I'm like, Karina, I'm like, I feel so drunk. And it was insane. So as we're coming out of the bathroom and going back in, Andy Grammer is playing. And Brian Starr had said like when Andy Grammer came out, he had to stop signing stuff or whatever. And I was like, oh, so like me and her were like really in a rush because she works nights. I mean, it's like a little over 2 hours to drive home. And I told her, after Ryan Starr, we can leave. Because I didn't know who Andy Grammer was. And, like I said, we had that long drive back. And so we're going out after I had gone to the bathroom to try and like sober myself up. We're coming out, and Ryan Starr, he's stopped signing stuff, and he's got his guitar, and I'm like, what is going on? And so then he's like, all right, guys, come on. So we go outside, and I asked this guy, I'm like, is he getting ready to go play out there? And he's like, yeah, I think so. And the weird thing is that guy asked me, he was like, were you at the Goo Goo Dolls show in Nashville? And I'm like, yeah, I was. And it's so weird, the people that you run into at these different shows when you go to like, so many of them, or you go and you see the same person over and over again. It's really awesome. And he went outside, and he technically what it was like when you go to the Ryan Star shows, like you join the event on Facebook, and like they will pick 2 people, and he'll give them like a private acoustic show. And it was those 2 winners that I don't know what went on. Like maybe it was like a little show or it was a little venue, and he's like, this is technically their time, but he's like, they're gonna share it with you. And we were like, totally freaking awesome. So he sang We Might Fall, which I was like really excited because he didn't sing it during his set, and I wanted to get that song for Bug because Bug totally loves that song, and it is like so freaking adorable to see her sing it because she likes it when he goes tra la la, and like she freaking gets down when he and yeah.
Now that we I remember you reaching out to show me all the things that I must do. Now that we're older, I remember you. Now that we're close to death, close to finding truth, we must fall.
And so he did that song, and then he was going to take a request, and like I wanted him to sing Waiting for Love, but when he said that, like my mind went blank. I couldn't think of crap. And so then like the only song that I thought of was Orphan. Like everybody was really quiet, and I'm like, Orphans. And he's like, oh, I don't know the words to that song, which that's like he's got like 4 new songs. That it's a free EP. I'll put the link for y'all to download it if you want to. And he does a great cover of Tom Petty's I Won't Back Down. It's really good. And Orphan is like one of my favorite ones. And I was like listening to it before I was listening to it while I was getting ready. Anyway, I knew I should have wrote this stuff down because I'm getting so sidetracked. What the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, I forgot to show y'all this. He totally signed my ticket. And let me tell you this other thing about Andy Grammer. Like the first song that when we were coming out of the bathroom, he was singing. I'm like, I totally know that song, because they play it on the local radio station here all the time. And so also when we went outside to see him sing on the sidewalk, that was when I was going to buy the Action Item CD, and I forgot. But it was okay because I got to see Ryan Starr sing on the sidewalk. And so then the other song that he sang towards the end, when he said, like he said he didn't know the lyrics to Orphan right then. So he sang this song, and it was kind of like he did like a little sing along, and he's like, do this, and we had to go, oh, and it was really cool. And then like he got to this one part in the song, and he's like, I want everybody to do something expressive. He's like, I don't care what it is, just be expressive. And like it went around in the circle. There was like a little semicircle of us, and there was literally probably only like 10 to 12 of us standing out there, if it was that many. And so I told Karina, it was funny because Karina was like, I want to leave. And I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm like, we will never have this experience again. I said, when it gets to us, we'll do it together, and we'll just go, woo, which is like what I'm excellent at doing at concerts. Like if you ever watch my concert videos that I ever post, you always hear me going, woo. So I'm like, we'll do that, and we'll do it together, and it'll be okay. So I was filming it the entire time. And so then when it gets to us, I told him, I'm like, we want to do it together. And he like took my camera from me, and he like filmed me and Karina doing it. And it was like pretty awesome. So I will put some video of that up here.
Why do we ignore? See those help me. Was it you I thought I saw when I was drowned in a sea of pain that all your love created? I thought I could smell your hair, but why would you care? Was I every
quick. Everyone's gonna do something. Sing, you can do spoken word, you can fart. You're gonna do something. Expression.
We're gonna go together. You ready?
And then, like, after it was all over, he was so sweet, and he's like, thank you all, and he's like, the next time you come, he's like, bring 20 of your friends, and which is really awesome, because anymore when I go to concerts now, I want to bring somebody who hasn't seen them before. Like when I went to my last Goo Goo Dolls concert, I took my friend Courtney, and she had never been to a Goo Goo Dolls concert. She hadn't heard of Ryan Starr, and like I like to take people who, like I like to show them something new, and it makes me feel like a little mother hen, like, bringing their children to good music. You know what I mean? After that performance on the sidewalk, like, it totally made the drive worth it. Because I was honestly a little bit disappointed that he only played for like 30 minutes, But I'm sure, like, it was in like a little bar. I'm sure there was like some sort of curfew or something like that. So, like, I mean, I would have driven 2 hours just to hear him play those two songs on the sidewalk, because he was just like so expressive in how much he appreciated all of us. And he was like, thank you. He's like, this means so much to me. And I actually stopped recording when he was saying that stuff. And I wish now that I had recorded that too. But I mean, it was just amazing. And amazing is a new word. I don't know if y'all have heard of it, but amazing is a combination of two words, fucking amazing. So say amazing from now on, because when you say Ryan Starr, amazing, it was just wonderful. And like, I hope he tours more, and like, I will definitely be there. And I will put like lots of links to his stuff like down here. And I will put a link to my Goo Goo Dolls vlog where I talk about him in there. And there's another vlog that I talk about him. This will be my third vlog where I've talked about Ryan Starr. It's freaking awesome. And I'm sorry this was late, but I had planned on this being late because I knew I was going to see Ryan Starr on Tuesday and I would do my vlog on Wednesday. I totally had so much fun, and you should totally look into Ryan Starr, because Ryan Starr is totally like, I don't know why he's not as big as he is in my mind. Like, in my mind, he's like this mega huge rock star that is selling out arenas right now, and he should be. You all need to get his music now, and you need to listen to it, and you need to share it with other people, because it needs to get out there. Because he is like a great singer-songwriter. He sings amazing live. Like, he hits those notes that like rock, like people who think that they sing rock, and when they're singing live they think they hit those notes and they don't do it. Ryan Starr hits those notes every single time, and it is awesome. Because you guys know from my musical taste, I like a person who can freaking scream and wail and like belt it out, and he does it every single time. Like, if you go and see him live, you will never be disappointed, ever. So I'm going to put lots of links down there, and you guys should totally check him out. Seriously, for serious. There will be a test later, and I will question you. My next vlog, there will be a pop quiz. So, all right, guys. I'll see you next time.